Birthdays are often seen as a time of joy, celebration, and connection. Many people eagerly count down to their special day, organizing parties, gathering loved ones, and sharing their excitement with the world. However, there exists a subset of individuals, particularly those who are highly independent and introspective, who find birthdays to be a source of discomfort rather than delight. For these individuals, often categorized as Sigma males, the idea of a forced celebration, heightened social expectations, and an influx of attention can feel overwhelming. Dr. Mark Thompson, a renowned psychologist, explains that for introspective individuals, obligatory celebrations often cause more stress than happiness. This paradox is particularly evident on birthdays, where societal expectations dictate a certain level of enthusiasm and engagement. Not all independent individuals dislike their birthdays, but many experience a strong aversion or indifference toward them. Let's explore the 6 primary reasons why some of the most self-reliant people find themselves eagerly awaiting the day after their birthday rather than the day itself. 1. The burden of unwanted attention. For many people, birthdays are an opportunity to be in the spotlight. Research indicates that 85% of individuals enjoy being the center of attention on their birthday. However, for those who fall into the remaining 15%, especially Sigma males, this attention feels less like a gift and more like an intrusion. Sigma males are known for maintaining a low profile. This isn't because they are hiding or antisocial, but because they value their autonomy and prefer to observe, reflect, and act without constant social interference. Throughout the year, they carefully manage their social presence, choosing when and how to engage with others. Birthdays, however, disrupt this control. On this one day, people who normally don't interact with them suddenly flood their inboxes with messages, calls, and gestures of celebration. Colleagues who barely acknowledge their presence become unusually chatty, and social media fills up with generic birthday wishes from acquaintances who haven't reached out in years. The sheer volume of this attention can be overwhelming rather than flattering. Dr. James Carter, a social psychologist, explains this phenomenon as spotlight anxiety, where even confident individuals feel discomfort when they lose control of their social visibility. Sigma males don't mind attention when it's earned or meaningful, but being thrust into the spotlight simply because of a date on the calendar feels arbitrary and unearned. 2. The insincerity of superficial connections. One of the most frustrating aspects of birthdays for independent individuals is the sudden surge of attention from people who are otherwise absent from their lives. Studies show that approximately 70% of birthday wishes come from people who do not interact with the individual on any other day of the year. This phenomenon, known as opportunistic social behavior, is a prime example of performative connection rather than genuine friendship. For Sigma males, this influx of artificial friendliness feels like watching a scripted performance. The same coworkers who compete with them all year suddenly become their biggest supporters. Family members who criticize their life choices now want to celebrate their existence. Old friends who disappeared when they needed support reappear as if they never left. Dr. Sarah Chen describes this as social theater, where people act like friends rather than truly being friends. This pretense is frustrating for highly intuitive individuals who can easily discern authenticity from superficiality. For them, birthdays serve as a stark reminder of why they value deep, meaningful connections over a high quantity of shallow relationships. 3. The pressure of forced emotional displays. Another significant reason why independent individuals dislike birthdays is the societal expectation of mandatory happiness. Psychologists refer to this as mandatory happiness syndrome, where individuals feel pressured to display peak joy simply because the calendar dictates it. Birthdays come with an unspoken emotional script. You must smile and appear excited when people mention your birthday. You should express gratitude for every gesture, no matter how small or insincere. You need to act as if you are enjoying the attention, even if you're uncomfortable. For Sigma males, this emotional performance feels inauthentic. Dr. Kevin Jong, an expert in emotional intelligence, explains that forced emotional displays create emotional dissonance, where individuals experience stress because they are expected to portray emotions that don't align with their genuine feelings. Independent individuals often prefer to process emotions privately. They may feel deeply appreciative of kind gestures, but prefer to express gratitude in their own way and at their own pace. However, on birthdays, they are expected to put on an emotional performance for the satisfaction of others. Any deviation from this script is often misinterpreted as ingratitude or indifference. 4. The weight of social obligations. Social obligations are another major factor that makes birthdays unappealing to independent individuals. There is a psychological concept called social debt, which refers to the feeling that one owes something in return for a gesture or favor. Birthdays create an avalanche of unspoken obligations. If someone throws a surprise party, you are expected to act delighted, even if you dislike surprises. If colleagues bring cupcakes to the office, you must engage in small talk and share your day with the group. If family members have birthday traditions, refusing to participate makes you the difficult one. Dr. Rachel Morrison, a social psychology expert, describes this as reciprocity pressure, where individuals feel obligated to reciprocate social gestures regardless of their personal preferences. For Sigma males, this loss of autonomy is particularly frustrating. They value genuine, voluntary interactions over obligatory social rituals. 5. The overload of digital communication. On an ordinary day, independent individuals carefully manage their digital interactions. However, on birthdays, they are suddenly bombarded with a flood of messages, calls, and notifications. Studies indicate that the average person receives between 25 to 100 birthday messages across various platforms. For someone who prefers a minimalist digital presence, this influx of communication is mentally draining. Dr. Alex Martinez, a researcher in digital communication patterns, explains that excessive notifications cause attention fragmentation, where an individual's focus is repeatedly disrupted, leading to cognitive stress. For Sigma males, each notification represents an interruption and external demand on their time and attention. 6. The awkwardness of public birthday traditions. One of the most universally awkward moments on birthdays is when a group of people sings the birthday song, while the recipient is expected to sit and smile. Even extroverts find this moment uncomfortable, but for Sigma males, it can feel particularly torturous. Dr. Lisa Park, a body language expert, explains that this moment creates social role confusion, where the individual is simultaneously the center of attention and yet expected to remain passive. Sigma males, who prefer control over their social interactions, find this kind of performative tradition especially awkward. Conclusion: the desire for a meaningful celebration. For many independent individuals, birthdays are not about rejecting celebration altogether. They simply wish to honor the day in a way that feels genuine to them. Instead of forced parties and superficial interactions, they would prefer meaningful connections, deep conversations, or even the freedom to spend the day in solitude. Ultimately, the issue isn't the concept of celebration itself, it's the way society has turned birthdays into a performance rather than a personal milestone. For those who value authenticity, the best birthday gift is often the freedom to celebrate or not on their own terms. Do you resonate with the ideas I shared in this video? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in more content about Sigma males, explore the other videos on this channel. Thanks for watching.